The interesting thing is that everybody predicted we had to go digital because it's going to save so much money to the distributors to make big, bulky film prints and to ship those the cost of shipping those film prints around the country or around the world, and we would eliminate that. But what everybody forgot is that the cost of marketing and distributing movies, that print cost was 10% of the cost of marketing movies. What nobody is addressing is the obscene costs of marketing movies and advertising movies. And the answer was not online, the answer was not the internet, because all that made happen is that we found a new place to spend money, to throw money to market movies at. Because so far in the history of the internet, there are only two films, that actually, where the internet actually had a significant impact on creating a success out of a movie. One was the Blair Witch Project, and one was Paranormal Activity. But what people forget is that both of those movies, even the Blair Witch Project, which I think cost about $20,000 or $30,000 to make, had millions of dollars in advertising spent on it. So even though I will accept that the internet had a huge impact, it still required millions of dollars in advertising to be spent to achieve the level of success those films did. But there has never been an example of a non-horror film achieving success through the internet. Never, ever, ever. And I don't think it's going to happen, because I think you can have 1 million hits or 1 million visitors on the internet to a film trailer, to a trailer for a film that's coming out. What I don't see the metrics, I don't see the numbers. How many of those million people that saw your trailer at home, in their basement, on the internet, how many of them actually go to the movies, pay to see movies in movie theaters? Trailers are still the least expensive form, the cheapest form of advertising. Very, very effective. That's when you have people who pay. In America, it's now $10, $11, or $12 to see a movie, because these are people that go to the movies. So when they see your trailer on a big screen, that's very potent advertising. But these people that watch trailers all day long on the internet, they're watching cats vomit in the toilet on YouTube. They're watching they're spending half their lives reading about their friends' bathroom habits on Twitter, and they never leave that. It's the cocooning, we say it's the cocooning of America, and I don't think that it's done anything to expand the envelope of people who go to movie theaters. And the interesting thing, last year anyway, not this year so much yet, last year in the United States, the money that was made at movie theaters, people going to movie theaters, paying for tickets to see a movie, was the highest in history. And that was before most of the money for Avatar was made. And yet, the internet, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, any kind of watching video or entertainment on PDAs, all of that, I think, falls under the category, under the rubric of home entertainment. And I think nothing's increasing. One cannibalizes another. You know, the kids, when I was growing up, used to watch television. Then they would watch cable television. Then they would watch HBO. Then they would rent videotapes. Then they would buy DVDs. And now they're watching the same, but their time at home being entertained, or even if they take their PDAs inside a car or a bus, that's still the same time. And without, it's that's what's missing, that's what's lacking in their lives, is more leisure time with which to use to go to movies. So, but the movie theater time, that's a constant. If it took you 2 hours 10 years ago, 20 years ago to see a movie in a movie theater, it still takes the same 2 hours now. And I think that marketing has become A, more sophisticated, B, unfortunately, the studios are spending more money than ever to market to people, and C, I really believe that when it comes to American independent films, or some of the independent filmmakers from around the world, or people who make independent spirited films, that's really what it's all about. People like in France, you have Gaspar Noé. I think that the audiences for those films is increasing, not online, but in movie theaters.